Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from mychartcoach.com, and we're going to take a look at some of the ticker symbols that were in play today. Okay, first up is TZA. Okay, this is the small cap bear 3 times. Big move today, up 8%. The RSI closed above 50, so that was a very strong move. Shows the chart is building strength. Fasto did close at 97. It is back above 80 and in the overbought power zone. There was a bullish crossover on ADX. You can see that plus DI crossed minus DI to the upside. That's showing the bulls have taken control. If you look down here, there's been this downtrending channel, and currently TZA is hitting the top of the channel, the descending resistance line, which basically has been this 100-day simple moving average, which is the gold line currently at 1859, and there was a close above that level today. That was the first close above that level since back here in April. Okay, the following day, or the following trading day on the 17th, a red candle formed and the downtrend continued. So what we're looking for now is a bullish change in trend. We're looking for another close in white candle form above the 100-day simple moving average, and also above the 50-day simple moving average, which is just below at 1826, and that should signal more upside potential. Okay, then we'll be looking for a break above high close horizontal resistance, which would be this zone right here, and if that happens, then we could be talking about a potential break up to the 200-day simple moving average at 2257. There will be some more resistance back here, but if there's a break out of this channel, this long multi-month channel, that should be a signal that a run to the 200-day simple moving average is on deck. The whole key here now with this setup is going to be the 100-day and 50-day simple moving averages. If they hold in candles from above, that's going to signal more upside potential. If there's a close below, then this gap could fill. You can see a drop back down to the middle Bollinger Band. As long as the middle Bollinger Band holds, this new uptrend should continue. If you notice that there was a downtrend, candles were forming below the middle Bollinger Band. So currently, TZA is trying to get a new uptrend going. This is not good for the small caps and for the penny stocks. So be careful out there. Bullish runs are being attacked. The bears are in attack mode, so it's always good to lock in profits when you have them on the table. If you look here, there was a giant volume spike today, so huge money behind the move, the largest volume since back here in March, and there was a bullish crossover on MACD on both time frames recently. So those are both signals that the chart is heating up. Another signal the chart is heating up is there was a recent PSAR bull flip. So lots of bullish signals on the chart. We'll just see if the 100-day simple moving average can turn into support. Okay, let's look at CETX. Okay, this had a very strong move today, closed up 25%. It had the dreaded long upper wick. It was this due to the whole market being under attack today, or is this going to follow through? So we'll have to see what happens here, what happens next. But the long upper wick on this candle is a big red flag. The signals profit taken and possibly dilution. Basically, what happened is there was a big gap up open today, and the share price ran all the way up to the 100 and 200-day simple moving averages and pulled back. That was the profit taking zone, and then the key level to hold once they pulled back was going to be this 300-day simple moving average down here at 396, but that failed to hold, and there was actually a close just below. And so if that turns into resistance, you can see the candles working their way back into the bands. Notice there's a big gap between the upper Bollinger Band and the candle. The candle's floating out in space up here. Many times when you get a candle like this, the candles have to work back into the Bollinger Bands. This is the previous close, so there's a big gap here, a big space that might fill. If that happens, that you could see a pullback all the way down to the middle Bollinger Band at 326. On the upside, if you can get a close above the 200 and 100-day simple moving average 460, then you're talking about more upside potential, and this could break out higher. So we're going to see tomorrow if the candle's going to work back into the bands. There was giant volume today, but look at the previous volume. It was very low. So this is a very thinly traded stock, and many times when you get the giant pullback pullback off of high of day, that's a signal that they were selling shares today, that they were dumping into the run. So we'll see if this can follow through. Let's take a look at PULM, another stock that had a big move today on a down day for the markets. You always need to take note when that happens. If you look here, it's got uh, RSI here at 49. You want to see bulls want to see a break above 50, and then the same thing with Fasto. If both of those indicators can get above 50, that'll signal that the chart is really heating up. ADX looks bullish here with plus DI above minus DI and ADX. The bullish development today for this dead cat bounce play was the close above the middle Bollinger Band. It looks like for the bullish reversal pattern that formed, it looks like it's bullish engulfing. There was multiple red candles in a row here. I believe there was 8 red candles in a row, and so the close above the middle Bollinger Band was a very big move, but it does need to close again above that level and the 100-day simple moving average, which is just above at 279. Those levels need to turn into support. If it can break above that level tomorrow, then the next target's going to be the 50 simple moving average, 50-day simple average at $3. That's going to be the big level along with the upper Bollinger Band. In order to move higher and break out to the next level, it's going to have to push through those resistance levels. If it fails to break, you could see a pullback. If the share price fails tomorrow to get above the 100 and it pulls back below the middle Bollinger Band, that's going to be a major red flag, and it's going to signal continuation of this previous downtrend. Right now, this is just a dead cat bounce and a short cover rally. We'll have to see if it can do something like back here, where it made a multi-day run. There was a big gap down open, and then it proceeded to go higher. We just have to see how this plays out. It never helps that when the markets are under pressure. When you're trying to get a rally going, get a multi-day run going. So we'll see what happens. If it can break resistance and hold support. Okay, let's look at OPTT. Okay, this chart caught my eye with the bullish Harami reversal pattern that formed today. As you can see, there's been this tight channel that has formed for the last couple months in between, for the last month or so, and the key here is this EMA4. Notice that the candle's been riding below that level. You want to see it close above that level. If that happens, you could see a potential pushback up to the middle Bollinger Band. Really, the closing price on the 9th, this red horizontal resistance line, that's going to be the big level to break. If it can get above that level, you could possibly see a run back up to the 50-day simple moving average and fill this gap. There's a gap back here between, this is the top of the gap and this is the bottom of the gap. So the gap started filling with this candle and then it pulled back. And if you notice here, it's made a higher low. Here's a low here and then a higher low. So it will be best if it can keep that pattern going with the higher low and break out to the next level. So yeah, keep an eye on OPTT. It's got very low volume today, but the key is going to be a bullish volume spike and a push through resistance. That'll be a signal that there's more upside potential. Looking for bullish reversal confirmation. There were crossovers on MACD, so the bullish crossover on the 12, 26, and 9. And if you look up here on RSI and Fasto, there's plenty of room on both indicators to run before overbought levels are hit. Okay, thank you very much for reviewing these charts. Check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com. Thank you.